Our day continues with the South Dakota Coyotes. Coach Carrie, Amy joining us. Coach, how are we doing today?
I am fantastic. How are you guys?
We are great. Very excited to be here. What's the excitement level in that gym in Vermillion?
You know what? It is extremely high right now. We've got a group that is very, very intense. They have some big personalities, and they're extremely competitive. So it's been a ton of fun. It's been really, really good for us to have all of summer and the preseason workouts, and now jumping into regular season practices. This is a hungry and competitive group.
Like everyone in the basketball world, or even just college athletics in general, their rosters look different, right? How would you describe what your roster looks like this year with, returners and some of those new faces you went out and got?
Yeah, I mean, well, with 13 newcomers,
right.
We definitely look a lot different.
Yes.
Shout out to Liv Kiefer and Coral Mason, the two South Dakotans who have really done a fantastic job of helping our newcomers really get acclimated with the community, kind of just understanding Coyote Nation and how passionate they are and how involved they want to be in our program. And they've just really done a great job of taking on a leadership role. For us, 13 new players, you're always concerned about chemistry and about the puzzle pieces fitting together. And we've been really fortunate. We have some unbelievable young women who really, really want to be a part of something bigger than themselves, that want an opportunity to build a great team, build something special together, and are willing to kind of give themselves up for the greater good. And anytime you have that, you have a chance to have something special happen.
Unselfishness is a really good thing to have. Year one in Vermillion now under your belt. What takeaways do you have from last year? And I know you've had familiarity with the Summit League, but I think once you're in it and living it on a daily basis, you understand why it's such a grind. So what did you take away from last year that has kind of helped to build this foundation for you moving forward into year two?
Yeah, I think any time your first year in a league, I think you gain a really clear understanding of what it is that takes to win in that particular league. So for us, I think there were several things that when we had to work in the portal and had to really work on even bringing in 2026 commitments and things like that, and building for the future, that we wanted to address.
Right.
And one of those was just the physicality, size, versatility in that forward contingent, and I feel like we really answered that with the group of forwards that we have on our roster right now. They all, 4 of them have experience. They've been in college. They're also very different from each other. So they each kind of bring their own unique style to those positions.
Yeah.
I think athleticism was another area that we wanted to address. Rebounding, those kind of X factor type things, I think, are kind of what can separate you. Obviously, you need talent. You need the ability to put the ball in the basket. But traditionally, even for us, we found a way to, defend and rebound at a high level in whatever league you're in, and that's going to set you up for some success as long as you have some talent on the offensive end as well.
For sure. You scored average about 65 a game last year. You also had the player of the year in this league. And no more Grace Larkins, which I'm sure pretty much every other coach here is like, thank you, Lord. However, that changes. And so do you see how you want to play on the offensive side of the ball change this year? Obviously with a lot of new faces, but systematically, what does Coyote women's basketball going to be like on the offensive end?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, Grace Larkins is such a unique player. There's very few that are like her, with her size and her physicality and her ability to get downhill and be unguardable in that way. So yes, our offense will look very, very different. I think if you look even traditionally at our rosters from the past, regardless of where we're at, we're not typically used to a a 25-point scorer.
Right. A little bit more kind of consistent matter
Yeah,
around.
you know, maybe instead you have 5 or 6 players that average between 8 and 13 or something like that. So probably some more balance in that way in how we score the basketball. You know, and I think just a lot of ball movement, a lot of working together to create really good shot opportunities.
When you were here last year, just coming into your first year, you watch film, you do all that. I know you were preaching to your team in the early days of practice that you had to avoid the self-inflicted wounds. You had to be better. That number vastly improved. I mean, you were on the plus side in the turnover margin last year, plus 0.35. Talk about how important that is, especially in this kind of league where talented teams, you got to take care of the basketball and you got to give yourself a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that was a ton of credit. I thought Grace did a fantastic job last year of not putting herself in situations where she couldn't get out of them with all the traffic that she saw. And a ton of growth in that way. With this team in particular, I think it starts with your point guards, you know, and I think we have 2 really, really great point guards that I'm excited about. Obviously, Angie has played in the league, you know, so she has experience, and she does a phenomenal job. But also, we have a freshman, Alyssa Bartlett, who is really, really poised for a freshman. So I think it starts with your point guards, and it definitely, you know, not live ball turnovers are make such a huge impact on the game. You know, not only are you not getting shots, but you're putting your defense at a very, very difficult disadvantage. And so, you know, we'll continue to emphasize that this year. Obviously, we want to play with great pace and we want to get up and down, but we also want to make sure that we're continuing to take care of the ball and giving our defense a chance to get set. And you know, the success of a defensive possession, I think, has a lot to do with being able to play 5-on-5 in the half court.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah. I need everybody there.
Exactly.
Something you shared about one of the players we'll speak to here in a second, Angelina, you said she has the ability to make her teammates better. You know, what does she do in practice? What have you seen from her already that she is making the players around her better?
You know, probably the best way to explain it is she came into summer workouts a little bit late because she was finishing her classes, and I thought it was really important for someone like her as a point guard to be able to come into the room and kind of win the team over. And I was thinking that that's what needed to happen. And the moment she showed up, I thought she walked into the room and she won her teammates over, just in her presence, in the way that she shows up, in the energy that she brings, in the way that she encourages her teammates and inspires them to want to play hard. You know, I always think it's really important, especially for point guards, to be able to dictate what happens defensively as well. And Angie's she has a chance to be a really, really good defender as well. She's able to kind of control the pace of the game by being able to give a little ball pressure, to be able to contain the ball in the full court. So really excited about what she's doing, and then the impact that she's having on our freshman point guard, and kind of showing her the way and how to impact the whole team in the way that you lead in playing that position.
Absolutely.
And we'll talk to Patience here as well. She brings, you know, some other backgrounds to her game as well. How have you seen some of the other places that she's played? She's a junior college All-American. Like, where has that added different flares to her game?
Yeah, Patience brings a big personality. She'll tell you she's like an X factor, physicality-wise. You know, she's not afraid to mix it up. You know, we've been missing that kind of in the paint. You know, somebody who's just really willing to go down there and be physical and have a presence in the paint. So, you know, I think her experiences, kind of where she's been, junior college, playing in different leagues in different areas of the country, have definitely helped also, Patience has a phenomenal basketball IQ. So, that's really been helpful for our team as well.
Mm-hmm. Coach, I'll leave you on this question. What does success look like for this Yotes team this upcoming year? What do you want to see out of your squad?
Well, I think the sky's the limit for this group, really. The progress that we've been able to make over the course of the 6 or 8 weeks, however long it's been since we started in June, is phenomenal. I've been impressed with our ability to stack really productive days and be able to put together our offense and be in a place where we feel like in 11 days, which is when this is going to happen. 11 days we'll play an exhibition game.
Oh boy!
That we can be ready to play a game. So where this team's going to be in 2 months or 3 months from now, it could be really impressive. And I think for this team to be really successful, I think a couple of things. I think they're going to continue to embrace that we're going to play great team basketball, that we're going to work together to create great shot opportunities, that everybody's going to touch the ball, that we're going to, defensively be a connected unit, highly competitive. But again, I think this group has a chance to be really, really good with 4 seniors, 6 juniors.
Yeah.
Although it's a new team, there is some college basketball experience there that I think is going to be really valuable for us.
Goes a long way.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Coach, thank you so much for your time. We'll get your players up here next.
Awesome. Thanks you.
Thank you.
Coach. Our day continues on with the Yotes, Angelina Robles and Patience Williams joining us. Guys, how are we doing today?
We're doing good.
Doing great.
How are you guys?
Good.
I mean, your exhibition's like 11 days away. Is that crazy?
Yeah. But we're ready.
It's sneaking up, but you're ready. Okay. Tell us about this team. What are you excited about with this group?
You go first.
I'm just excited about where the season's going to take us. I feel like we are doing really good so far, especially with our first practice in the summertime into now, seeing that growth, and I'm just ready to see it grow over the time of the season.
Yeah, I'm excited about just our competitiveness. I think every time we step on the floor at practice or against the practice guys or against each other, like we are ready to go hard and execute. So
Yeah, I'm excited.
13 newcomers, and you guys are a part of that group. What's the transition been like, getting used to South Dakota and just the meshing of this whole group as a whole?
yeah, no, the transition has been pretty smooth, believe it or not. I think being new helps. I mean, props to Olivia Kiefer and Coral Mason. They're their 2 returners. I think they've done a really good job with helping everyone get acclimated, especially on campus and with just how we do things at South Dakota. But since everyone is new, it's like we kind of are all starting the same thing together. So.
And for you coming over from Denver, Coach said you had this presence about you that you were able to gain trust from your teammates so quickly. What were you able to do in those early days in this program that allowed you to get to know your teammates, but also have them respect you pretty quickly as you guys start on this mission together?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I think first is just being myself. I feel like one of the first things Coach said to me was I had to come like a week late just because I wasn't done with school yet, but Coach said that my first day, my energy captivated the room. It was kind of like, yeah, it was my first day, but it felt like I was there for a week. And I think the main thing I do is just lead by example, be a vocal leader, and really just kind of set the stone for what it's supposed to look like, especially for the younger freshmen.
Patience for you coming. You're closer to home now. I know you're from Minneapolis originally. You're closer there. Making that jump, making that change. Change isn't easy. That's why nobody likes change. I always say that to people. It's not a simple process. But finding the right place for you, why was it South Dakota, and why did you think that this was where you could thrive?
Definitely the first phone call I had with the coaches, their vision, their plan that they had for me, and it aligned with where I want to go to the next level and where they wanted to take me. So I felt like this league, I'm able to dominate and do what I need to do to get to where I need to be. So I feel like their plans and my vision aligned, and I'm happy that I'm here.
Coach has talked a lot about understanding the need. This roster's been retooled for you guys to have size and versatility and to be physical, because those are the things you're going to see night in, night out, as you know, in the Summit League. So what is it about your game that you think you will thrive with, and what's going to get you minutes for this Coyote squad?
I think she really likes that I'm a dog. I mean, whatever she needs, I'm going to go get it. She needs a basket. She needs a rebound. She needs somebody to stretch the floor. She needs whatever. I'm there to do it. You know, I'm big, so I'm able to stretch it out from a guard perspective and get in the paint and get a little messy and do what I need to do. So I'm excited.
Were there things in the summertime that you really focused on, whether that was utilizing a mid-range jumper or in the post to be able to finish? Where did you put your emphasis in the offseason?
It was really just tweaking and perfecting my all-around game, you know, because, you know, here in the Summit League, the forwards and the centers are able to stretch out. So it's really perfecting either if I'm on the perimeter, perfecting either driving to the rim or shooting, and then in the paint being physical and getting position and doing all that other stuff. So it was just perfecting my all-around game. So that's really good. I really like that.
And Angelina, I would ask you this because it sounds as though Coach is she needs a quarterback on the floor, and I think that's what point guards are. And I've always had that belief. 3 years at Denver, you started 53 games there in your career. This is an opportunity to really run the show now with this Coyote team. What have you seen on the floor from this group, and what is your game bring that is going to be necessary for this group to make that next jump?
Yeah, I think our team is very versatile. Like, everyone is comfortable in their roles and they know what their job is on the court. So it makes my job easier when I know that they know what they're supposed to do. So I think the main thing is just setting them up for success in their own way. But also, like, when it comes down to it, you know, taking over that possession or finding a way that our team needs to score. But also, I think defensively, too, is something that I've been trying to set the tone for as well. Like, whether it be picking up the ball or getting a stop or getting that steal that we needed, especially when it really comes down to the crunch time. So,
there you go. You got to lead from the front, right?
Coach described the expectation for this team, sky's the limit. She said, I love the progress that we've seen since June. How would you guys describe the progress you guys have seen as a team, and what do you guys think is possible this year?
Oh, I think we get the Summit League, no cap. But I feel like from the first practice in the summer, we set a very high example for how we want to be coached as players and how we want to be treated with each other. So I feel like bringing from intensity to our defensive effort, from our competitiveness, we had that since the summer, and ever since we've just been growing on it ever since.
Yeah, adding on to that, I think obviously the main goal is to reach the summit, but focusing one day at a time on the little things that we can fix and how we can improve, and applying that to the next practice or the next game, and I think we'll be really good.
I love it. All right, well, I'll end you guys on a fun question here. I've been asking all the players, if you got to pick one celebrity to sit courtside at one of your games, who are you picking and why?
We've had a whole host
We've
of
had a
answers.
lot of
They've
different
run, yeah, a
answers.
lot of different answers. They seem stumped.
They're stumped a little bit. That's
I
okay.
know.
Options.
Too many
Yeah, no,
options.
seriously, I got to think.
One celebrity. See you hoop it up. See you win the championship.
Oh, like they're sitting at our game.
They're sitting at your game,
Yeah,
watching
courtside at
you
your
play.
game. You sent them deep into thought, Anna.
I know.
I
wow.
know.
Toughest question all day. Okay.
We have stumped these two.
I'll probably do Kyrie.
Yeah,
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I feel like he's a very master of the game, and I would love to hear what he has to say to me after the game.
Okay, I like that.
So if Kyrie's listening, there's his invite.
Hey, Kyrie sliding. I'm number 11. Come on now.
True.
Pull up.
I guess I'll go AI.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Allen Iverson.
That's
good
old
one.
school. I like that.
There you
That's
go.
awesome.
Imagine those two sitting courtside.
Oh,
Yeah, that'd be
God.
quite the sight.
I might drop 50. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Right over there, front row. There we
They're
go.
coming to Sioux Falls. Watch you guys win the tournament.
Yeah.
There we go. That would be great.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and can't wait to watch your Yotes team this year.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, ladies.